Well, a big hello and welcome everyone into Texan Live's coverage of playoff high school football. We are presented to you by TexanDrive.com. Coming at you live from Waco, Texas in a regional quarterfinal matchup featuring the Spring Lions and the Rockwall Yellow Jackets. I'm Mark M. Johnson. Alongside with me is Lou Rush and production engineer Will Betts. And as always, an absolute pleasure to bring you the game live here on TexanLive.com. And if you'd like to know more about Texan Live, feel free to check out the rest of the website for incredible highlight videos, archive games, upcoming events, and a whole lot more. You can like our Facebook page, Texan Live. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Texan_Live. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, Texan Live, as well. Well, Lou, we couldn't quite get into the booth today. We're out here, and what we suspected was going to be a little chilly. It's a little bit more chilly than we thought. Very cold down on the field today. But we should have a good one here between the district champion, Spring Lions, and, of course, Rockwall, who have an incredible passing offense that I'm not sure that Spring is going to be used to.
Well, we're going to have two teams that run the spread offense today, and really, like you just said, the key is going to be whose defense can stop whose offense. Rockwall comes in averaging 48 points a game. Spring averages just over 30 points a game. The difference is Rockwall allows 22 on defense, while Spring is allowing just 10. One of the most interesting aspects, I think, is Spring has held 10 of 12 opponents to less than 20 points, and 8 of those 10 to less than 10 points. So, interesting.
Yeah, pretty unbelievable numbers. We'll take a quick pause here so we can have a quick prayer from the public address announcer and followed by the national anthem.
Thank you. Now we'll have the playing of the national anthem by the Rockwall Band. We will honor the great state of Texas with our state anthem, Texas, Our Texas. Please feel free to join in the singing.
Spring and Rockwall about to set here to play on TexanLive.com. We'll go over some of the key players to watch when we come back here on TexanLive.com.
of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ. This is the stop sign of Texas.
Back here in Waco, Texas on TexanLive.com. I'm Mark M. Johnson, joined along with Lou Rush and our production engineer, Will Betts. And then once I said it's freezing, it is pretty cold. I'm going to reiterate that as much as I can today. Wow, it is a very cold out here. But Lewis, who are some of the key players we need to look over today?
Hey, Mark, just talking about the cold, 39 degrees, 19-mile-an-hour wind out of the north. This is great football weather if you like North Texas football weather.
For the players. We're hanging in there.
Our trip today brought us, 25 degrees colder than where we started the day at?
I came in shorts and a T-shirt and was not anticipate this kind of weather, my goodness.
Well, tonight, Rockwall is going to bring out their spread offense led by quarterback Will Reed. Reed's thrown for over 2,300 yards, 29 touchdowns against 5 interceptions this season. They also have a running back by the name of Caleb Breach. Breach has been nothing short of spectacular this season. 1,700 plus all-purpose yards with 26 touchdowns, averaging 8.6 yards per touch. Alex McCray for Spring, his opposite number, 8.9 yards per touch. So both teams have guys that they can hand the ball to, and both teams run the spread. So we'll see what happens here as we get set for the kickoff.
And kickoff just about to get underway. Spring will be kicking off. Two of the Yellow Jackets to begin on this game, and they are in their white and their green helmets and their dark bottoms. Of course, Yellow Jackets, and pretty much all in orange over there, the helmets, the jersey, and the pants with the white stocking socks. Once again, 39 degrees down on the field. Wind gusting almost 19 miles an hour. Here is the kickoff. That's going to sail over the head back into the end zone. So no return. Yellow Jackets will start out at their own 25-yard line.
Now you talked about Rockwall, first in the district in 11-6A. Comes into tonight's game, with over 4,000 yards in offense in the district, and that was just barely good enough for 6th place in this district, the highest scoring one in Texas.
That's incredible. Here's a handoff on the first play, and he's going to be stopped right around the original line of scrimmage, so probably no gain on that play. And that was Caleb Broach. Caleb Broach, 191 carries this season for over 1,500 yards and 23 touchdowns. Here's a quick pass out to the left side, complete, good for a first down, it would appear, but no, they're going to mark him down about a yard shy as that pass comes into Sam Crawford.
Yeah, and Crawford's their main guy this season, hauling in 68 catches already, 15 touchdowns, 1,307 yards.
Not too bad, 19.2 yards per carry as well. So here we go, it'll be 3rd and 1. And the quarterback will have to fall in the back after the ball came loose, and he will actually lose yardage, and no first down will be picked up, and they will be forced to punt the ball away. A quick 3 and out. Here's the punt, and it's going to be a line drive, and it's just going to be bouncing on southpaw. It looks like one of the spring lines may have touched it, and if that's the case, Rockwall will have the ball. They do. Indicated at the 41-yard line. Somebody from the lines touched the ball, and the Yellow Jackets will take over. That's a lot better than they could have hoped for on 3rd and 1 just now.
Yeah, first break of the game there goes to Rockwall.
So headed back out on offense will be Will Reed in his offense. Will Reed, 139 of 209 this season. Good for over 2,300 yards. Yeah, 29 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Known to throw the ball, and he does here. He's got a man open downfield, and they will all run into the referee downfield. That pass was intended for Sam Crawford.
That's something you don't see often.
No, you don't.
The ball, the back judge, and the defender all at the same place at the same time. That looked like a short touchdown there for a moment.
Getting another look at it here on the big screen, it looks like it was a little bit underthrown anyway, and it would have been a tough catch. Not sure he would have come up with that either way, but the referee definitely played a role in that one. Here's a run to the right side, breaking a couple tackles and getting up about a 5-yard gain on the play. It's Caleb Broach once again. So after the incomplete pass on 1st and 10 and this 5-yard gain, will bring up 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation. Somebody jumped on the line. The flags will be thrown. Throw to the right side. It's completed. Looks like Jake Heibel was the one that captured that ball. Hevel, excuse me.
Well, that's what happened. We've seen a number of these quick strike teams this season, and this is another one of them. The call would have gone against Spring anyway. Either way, the result of the play was better than the penalty, so it's declined.
It seemed like Rockwall was well aware of that too. And I knew they had a free play there. There they are in a pistol formation, a quick throw up the middle, and it's incomplete. About the 5-yard line. Cole Talley, the intended receiver. He's got 9 catches this season for 217 yards. So there they go, 2nd and 10. High snap. Ball's going to be run to the right side. It looks like we have our first score of the game. It is Rockwall into the end zone, courtesy of Caleb Broach. And he has scored again for these Yellow Jackets this season.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Caleb Broach being the man. 23 rushing touchdowns, 26 overall. Make it 24 now as on the ground game for him. And gives Rockwall the early lead.
So here is the point after. Lefty gets it up and good. So it will be 7-0 in favor of Rockwall over Spring. We're just over 2 minutes into this ball game. We'll be right back here on TexanLive.com.
More than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Welcome back into TexanLive.com. Rockwall off to a 7-0 lead over Spring, set to kick off.
Well, that scoring run by Broach, they ran it off the right side, which is one I thought they might use tonight with Colin Crenshaw, the right guard, coming in at 270 pounds. Austin Sargent, the right tackle, coming in at 300 pounds. So that's a load to run behind.
Definitely, and we did talk about that before the game. You were mentioning that. If you're going to stand behind some guys, that was definitely the guys to stand behind. The wind playing a little bit of a factor. Now they're going to have to get a holder on the kickoff. Make sure they get this off. Good. Cole Talley in to kick it off. And here they go. It's a line drive. It doesn't look like, well, yeah, it is going to bounce and it's going to be a return about the 7-yard line. Past the 20 into a barrage of players, and he will go down about the 24-yard line. Juan Bedoin on the carry, or the return rather. So he got all the way up to just in front of the 30 or 25-yard line. About where they would have started on a touchback.
Well, now we get a look at the spring offense, which features 2,000-yard rushers this season. They got over 1,000 out of the quarterback Eric Spencer and another 1,000 out of Alex McCray.
Here's Spencer's first pass of the game. It is complete over to his wide receiver, Archie. Good for a first down. Archie doesn't have a touchdown catch this season, but does have 14 receptions for 180 yards. They pick up the first down up to the 38-yard line, still in their own territory, and it's going to be a handoff. It's going to go over to the wide receiver coming out. Looks like it'll go down as a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 coming up for Spring.
This front four for the Rockwall defense, they play a 4-3, is pretty quick and athletic coming in. Luke Turman plays a number of positions besides defensive end. We'll call his name a lot tonight.
It's going to go to Vaughn again. He's to the right side. He may have a first down this time as he crushes his way near midfield. Hit out of bounds around the 50-yard line. They will say he was about a yard shy. Must have stepped out before he was knocked out. The ball on the 47-yard line. 8:45 remaining in this first quarter. There's the pitch over Vaughn again. He loses it, and Rockwall's going to come away with it. That is the second time that Spring has surrendered the ball here in the early stages of this first quarter.
It looks like that might have been that defensive end we were just talking about, Turman, that picked up the loose ball.
Unbelievable. Spring not taking care of the football too well to start off this game. It may cost them. It's already cost them 7 points. Here's the snap going long downfield. It's going to be picked off at the 15-yard line. Spring gets it right back.
Kadarian Smith, we're already coming into the game with 2 interceptions, picks off number 3.
So both teams kind of just giving each other the ball back right now. 2 plays, 2 turnovers by each team. As the referees discuss on the 15-yard line, I guess just to make sure it was a clean interception, and it was. So on the 15-yard line, Spring back on offense. Eric Spencer, 59% completion rate this season. .8:33 remaining in the first quarter. Very early here from Waco. There's one in motion. There's a handoff. Up the middle. It's going to be good for about 2 yards maybe.
Number 29, nice. Pick up about 3 yards on that play. 2nd down.
So they're going to give them 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That's McCrae's first carry of the night there.
Here's a fake handoff. Quarterback going to take it himself, but they were wise to that as they take him down immediately. Probably a loss on the play. Jacob Morale is taking him down in the backfield for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, we talked about how good the spring defense was. We haven't seen a lot out of Rockwall this season because the offenses have been so strong in the district. But we might be seeing something new tonight.
It's very possible. Here's the snap. Now he's going to have to run up the middle himself, take it. He's got room, and it's the first down. Unbelievable run there from the spring quarterbacks, Eric Spencer, as he makes his way to a first down after it looked like he was going to be sacked for a moment, and then maybe a short pickup, managed to fight through all of that traffic and get a first down out of that.
A nice 14-yard pickup there. We talked about Spencer being able to run the ball over 1,000 yards this season.
Quick pass to the left side, completed. Over to Cameron Rose.
Number 11, Rose. Get on the bench, number 3, Wilson. Pick up of about 7 yards on that play. Second down.
And Rose has been Spencer's favorite target this season, coming in with 35 receptions in his first 12 games.
Rose averaging 17.6 yards per carry. Not too bad. Here they are in a pistol formation with one in motion. They'll hand the ball. Oh, they'll fake the handoff up the middle. Now they'll pitch it to the right side. They got a first down, a little bit more. A stiff arm, but going to the ground and gobbling him up. James Taylor on the stop.
That was Rose on the run after the catch.
So Spring in business. They take it all the way up to midfield now. 6:07 and ticking remaining in this first quarter.
This is what you like to see an offense do once they get a turnover.
There they are in a fresh set of downs. They're trying to step up. He looks to the right, pass is completed, and he's going to stay in bounds for about a 5-yard gain. That pass completed to Deontay Adams.
About 5 yards on that play. Second down and 5. 45 of the Yellow Jackets.
You look up in the sky right now, you can really see the mist coming in. Pretty nasty playing conditions. Sure not bothering one of those guys in the field right now. Better than 100 degrees is what they're used to all season. There's the snap. Spencer going to go downfield. Pass leaping up and making the catch around the 27-yard line into Yellow Jacket territory. And that was Lewis once again.
You know, we talked about the ability of Spring to run the ball, but they've also shown the proclivity to be able to throw it. 1,300 yards, over 50% completion rate this season.
Spring definitely making it happen here on this drive in the pistol formation. One in motion again, but they'll go with the handoff to McCrae. Still on his feet to the right side. One goal in mind, the end zone, but he is tripped up just before he can make it there. He only had one man left to beat, and that was Chris Wilson, but he stopped him about the 10-yard line. But there is a flag on the play.
Holding, only offense, number 2. 10-yard remaining first down.
I'll knock out that 19-yard run with a holding penalty.
So that will come back. Ball's placed on the 28-yard line.
It'll be a first and 9.
Now under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Still 7-0 Rockwall. So something you don't see every day. A 1st and 9 for Spring. Here's the snap. Looking downfield, now running into trouble, is going to have to take it himself to the left side. Still looking to throw. He will throw it out of bounds. The only one over on that side, his intended target, it looked like Adams. So 4:21 remaining here in this first quarter. Already 3 turnovers in this game. 2 of them by Spring.
Well, Rockwall caused 17 turnovers coming into tonight. They've got 1. Spring has caused 18.
Another run up the middle, and he gets tackled by 2 guys, stays on his feet, drags another one with him. And what a run from Alex McCray.
Yeah, he just kept his legs moving, picked up 15 yards.
17-yard line.
Hits the first down up to the 17-yard line. Now in the red zone for the first time tonight is Spring. As they've held possession pretty well since starting out at their own 15-yard line. Taking it up the middle himself is Spencer. And he'll pick up some positive yardage. Looks like he got about 6 or 7 on the play.
Kick out about 6 yards on that play. Bring him 6 down here.
We'll give him 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 4. 3:30 and ticking remaining in the first. Interesting play what they're doing here. They're bringing in a whole new set of players on offense.
Well, they're bringing in looks like the big package, Joseph Dorfius.
He is going to be stopped silent. May have picked up a couple of yards on the play, but that is all.
Yeah, this is the guy that's found the touchdowns for them. He normally plays defensive tackle. They bring him in for these plays, but
here he goes again to the left side, finds a hole, but is immediately closed up. At the 5-yard line, he's stopped. But he does get enough to pick up the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal for Spring. They have ticked quite a lot of time off here in this first quarter. Now 2.5 remaining. Here he goes again. He's going to inch his way a little bit closer. Picks up another. I'd say about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Officially 4 yards. All the way down to the 1-yard line. Lou, I bet you can guess he's going to get it here again.
how about number 94?
Well, he gets wrong and the ball comes loose at the goal line. And if it did before he got in, well, they're going to say he was down. Boy, for a moment there, everybody on that Spring side was holding their breath.
Called him down by contact at the 1.
From the play here, it looks like it was the right call.
Yeah, that ball squirted out.
So a big break there for Spring. We'll have another shot, and it looks like a quarterback sneak as the flag goes up. No indication yet, yes, and it's going to be offsides against Spring. So they'll move the ball back about 5 yards.
Lost start on the arm.
Can't quite inch their way into the end zone.
Well, here's a big play right here. First time tonight, 3rd and goal from the 5, trailing 7-0. You started at your own 15. You need some kind of points out of this drive.
1:21, and there's going to be a timeout called down on the floor. I'm sure they're going to want to discuss that one. Make sure they get it right. Rockwall with a 7-0 lead, though Spring threatening. We'll be right back here on TexanLive.com.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
Back from the timeout, 1:21 remaining. Spring.
Well, Rockwall has given up 28 touchdowns on the ground this season. Spring scored 44 on the ground, so they'll throw it.
Interesting. It's a quick throw to the left side, and it is completed. And a run inside on the blocking. Touchdown for Spring, courtesy of Cameron Rose.
Talk about some trick plays right off the bat here. Dorsey is in at quarterback. You're used to seeing him run the ball. They take that timeout. They called the little of him, and he just took it to the house.
Here's the point app. It is blocked. And they'll just have to fall on it to prevent anything further from happening. They do get a touchdown, and they pull a little bit closer. 7-6. Rockwall leads Spring. We'll be right back here on TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. Finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Welcome back into TexanLive.com. Mark M. Johnson along with Lou Rush and our production engineer Will Betts. 1:14 remaining here in this first quarter. Spring just converted their third and goal from the 6-yard line, and they have now made it a 7-6 game after the failed point after, which was blocked by Rockwall.
Or you want to talk 16 plays, 8. That's how you slow down him.
Over the head, going to go to the 25. Creighton's going to have to wait again to try to return a ball.
We'll see if that touchdown drive gives the defense a little bit more momentum against Rockwall. The defense set the tone on the last series with that interception.
It's going to be a throw up the middle. It's going to be caught. Still on his feet across the midfield. He's still on his feet. One man left to beat, and finally tackled in the open field at the 24-yard line. A huge gain for Rockwall. Luke Turman, the fullback, making the catch.
24-yard line.
Under a minute remaining in the quarter. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Looks like he maybe got a yard on that play, was Broach.
Picking up about a yard on that play.
Well, Turman came into the game with 13 catches, averaging almost 7 yards a catch. That one went in for a few more.
Few, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Rockwall in business again after surrendering that last touchdown on Spring's drive. Trying to make it up here. Run towards the middle. Stopped again, about a 1 or 2 yard loss, or a gain rather. This time it was Will Reed with the carry. So that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Rockwall 7 and Spring 6. We'll be back for the second quarter here on TexanLive.com.
Sports Southwest Football Friday. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Well, you know, we're seeing some of the top running backs here this weekend in District 11 6A. We've got Caleb Broach tonight, who's finished number 2 in the district in rushing. Tomorrow we get Kobe Morrow of Rowlett, who finished number 1.
That's a good football entertainment for us and all the viewers here on Texan Live. Pass, probably just thrown away to make sure that he didn't get a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th and 8 after that incomplete pass. Looks like they will bring on the field goal unit to try to attempt the field goal here. It will be about a 40-yard attempt, though we saw this guy trying to kick earlier in the warm-ups from about the 50-yard line. Here's a field goal attempt. It's a line drive, but it's going to be no good wide right.
Well, we talked about Rockwall before the game coming in that they like to kick the ball, and Jacob Vizquez is pretty consistent. He hit 10 out of 12 during the regular season. So that's an unusual miss there.
Just underway here in the second quarter. Spring taking over after the missed field goal attempt. Incredibly different conditions, we should say, for these players down on the field. Run up the middle. He's got room. He may be gone if nobody can catch up to him. To the 30, to the 20, and the 10 in the end zone. Spring has taken the lead for the first time in this game.
Willie Smith, playing fullback, number 23. Wow, one play, one score, and Spring has the lead now.
It's going to be one of those kind of nights, I'm sure. And for the point after. Here it is. It is up and it is good. They make it this time, and they make their lead now. 13-7. Spring on top of Rockwall with 11:36 remaining here in this first quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on TexanLive.com.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
And tune in to Fox Sports Southwest tonight from 11 to midnight for the season finale of the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chen, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you through today's playoff games and preview tomorrow's games. That's a Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by TexanDrive.com tonight from 11 to midnight only on Fox Sports Southwest.
Well, that 78-yard touchdown run there was not courtesy of Willie Smith, as I thought, but Von Baudouin of Spring. Normally a wide receiver, but he jumped out through the line and nobody left in the secondary when he got through, and he is off to the races.
He has taken a majority of the carries here tonight, and he also took the return on the kickoff, so he will be used quite a lot tonight, I am sure, for the Lions. Here is the kickoff, And it's going to be a little pooch kick, a fair catch called around the 27-yard line, and that's where Rockwall will take the ball. Trailing now 13-7, 13 unanswered points from Spring.
Yellow Jackets will take over. Ball started at the 37-yard line.
I was watching before the game, and the kickers were practicing that exact kick we just saw. That may have something to do with that 19-mile-an-hour wind they're facing tonight.
Very well could be. As we've said, we've seen that quite a lot here in the high school season from numerous amounts of teams, especially when the weather conditions don't favor them. Starting their next drive here in the second quarter, almost picked off.
That pass is broken up at number 12.
Addison Mahana, the defender on that play for Spring.
So after the incomplete pass, it'll be 2nd and 10. 11:30 remaining here in this first half. Here's the snap and the handoff to the left side. Stopped by the brick wall.
Mahana again leading the charge on that. He's their middle linebacker, and he's probably one of the stoutest players they have at 6'1", 205. So pretty good size for a middle linebacker here in high school.
Rolling out to his right side, running into some trouble. He's going to have to throw it. He does. That pass incomplete around midfield, off the hands of the intended receiver, Cameron Creighton. So the sophomore wide receiver cannot come up with the ball there. It'll be an incomplete pass. 4th and 9 coming up for Rockwall.
Number 70. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So after the decline penalty, they'll go ahead and kick it away now. Darren Smith set to take the punt if he can get to it, but he will not. It will just bounce all the way over, it looks like the 25-yard line, past the 25-yard line. Well, the ball just keeps rolling. 23-yard line is where Spring will have it with their 13-7 lead. 10:32 remaining in the second quarter.
That was another thing I was kind of watching during pregame were the punters, and this guy, Wano Chular for Rockwall, was keeping the ball low just like that, and I think probably we're watching how the ball would bounce and roll on this turf given the weather conditions. They got a pretty good roll out of that one.
That they did. The ball just kept going. So let's see what Spring can do. Going to be hard to top what they did in their first play. But they're going to try it to the right side. Vaughn's got it again. He's going to cut inside, now be dragged out from the side. The ball comes loose, and Rockwall will dive on it, and they will have it.
Number 35, Kenneth Tobias, comes up with that loose ball.
Ryan, 34-yard line will be 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets.
So another turnover by Spring as they send the ball over to Rockwall. I can't imagine the position Spring would be in right now if they were able to take care of the football here in the first half.
Well, this is a moment where Rockwall needs to capitalize. You get a gift like this, you got to do something with it. So let's see what their spread offense does.
Reed's going to hand the ball off over to the left side, and now brought down was Broach.
Number 27.
Taken down by Jalen Cooper.
No gain on that play. 2nd down.
9:54 and ticking here in the second quarter. And the pistol, high snap, and wisely falling on that was Will Reed as he was being approached very heavily by Joseph Dorcius. But it will bring up fourth down, so Rockwall cannot do anything after the turnover, and it looks like they're just going to have to give the ball right back over to Spring.
That just about puts them out of field goal range too. They don't pull something out here.
They will attempt to go for it. Kind of in no man's land right here. This is where they got the ball, so feel like they got nothing to lose here. 17 yards is what they need. Pass complete near the first down marker, but he's going to be about 2 yards shy. Worthy attempt from the Yellow Jackets, but the Lions will take over on downs. By Sam Crawford was the one that caught that.
So 4th and 3
Oh,
for
it's
Rockwall.
4th and 3, excuse me. I thought that was fourth down just now. So that will turn the ball over to Spring. My apologies.
Not sure what's going on here, but that's a second snap out of 3 that just about went over Reed's head.
Like we said, the wet conditions down there must be playing some kind of factor, not to mention the fact that it's below 40 degrees now down on that field, and these guys probably are used to most of the time playing in near 100-degree weather. So Spring now will come back out on offense with a 13-7 lead, 8:26 remaining in the first half. Here's the snap as a couple lines run into each other in the backfield. That may have caused Alex McCray to not do exactly what he wanted to do on that carry. Does take it for 3 yards, though. So a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now 8 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Going to the outside, that high, incredibly high, intended for Cameron Rose, but it will be an incomplete pass. So 3rd and 7 now is what Spring is facing. All on their own 30-yard line.
Well, the Rockwall fans hoping that the Yellow Jackets can come up with a stop here and get the ball back in decent field position.
7 yards is what Spring needs. Stepping up into the pocket, now running it himself. It's going to be awfully close. He's got the first down and tripped up. Good for the first down. A lot more actually got in to Yellow Jacket territory, the 49-yard line to be precise. Tripped up just in the nick of time. Otherwise, it looked like he may have had a path to the end zone.
21 yards on that run by Spencer.
That's making something out of nothing. In the pistol formation once again, Spencer hands the ball off up the middle across the 45-yard line to the 44-yard line is McCray. Good pick up about 5 yards for Spring.
Well, we knew that Spring had the ability to run on the ball. It was going to be a question of whether or not Rockwall could stop this run. And they give up quite a bunch, over 200 yards a game on the ground as it is.
One in motion, the wide receiver comes over from the right side. He will get it, but he will run into a lot of trouble and be knocked back. About the original line of scrimmage, well, the forward motion, they're going to say that he got up to the 47-yard line.
Loss of yards on that play. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Donovan Lewis couldn't pick up any yardage on that one. as A.J. Blacknall made sure of that. So 6:12 and ticking remaining here in this second quarter. A 3rd and 8 to the outside, and not able to get anyone on that one. He would just take it to the ground for a loss, and here comes the punt team. So Cameron Rose cannot pick up the first down. In fact, loses about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
I've got them at 6, losing 6 on that play, in addition to the 3 they lost on the other play.
Kind of kicking themselves. They're going to have to punt this one away, and they just barely get it off, and it's not going to go very far. They're lucky it went any positive yards at all, as that will be down about the 47-yard line, and that is where they had the ball on a 2nd and 5 after their run on first down.
Well, we talked about how fast this game is going back and forth, and there's another example right there. Just when you thought spring was on the move, Rockwall comes up with 2 big defensive stops and forces them to punt.
The Rockwall defense gets the job done, so now it's up to the offense to see if they can make something happen. To the left side is Broach, but he's taken down. Out midfield, looks like he got about 3 yards on the play. There are 5 minutes remaining in the first half. We're here at Waco at the 6A Division II Regional Championship game. Or excuse me, the regional quarterfinal game.
Rashad King in there on that stop. Another one of those active linebackers for spring. And we talked about, could spring stop the Rockwall offense? And so far they have.
Pretty even match game so far. Score close as well, only a 1-score game. Terman in motion. They'll just go ahead and throw the ball, and downfield, nobody in the area except for Jake Hibble.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, nothing doing on that series. Rockwall's offense can't get going, and it's another 4th down for them.
Well, spring has really kept the pressure on. That's been a big difference here. I think this is a defense that Rockwall hasn't seen all season through their district play.
Fair catch is going to be called about the 15-yard line.
Ball will be down.
3:55 remaining in the game. Spring back on offense with the 13-7 lead.
Like it will be spotted at the 18-yard line. Looks like. It'll be 1st and 10 from the line.
Well, Rockwall came in averaging nearly 27 points on offense. Spring 17 on offense, and Spring is a whole lot closer to what they're used to doing than Rockwall is at this moment. Seems to be a whole lot more comfortable out on that field.
Spring beginning their first series, a pass over to the far side, about the 22-yard line, incomplete, over the head of his intended target.
One of the things I was told earlier this week about this Spring Lions team is that they play a lot on emotion and belief, and they win games that they're not supposed to or expected to win. And that's kind of the motto of this team ever since they took down Atascocita last year in that opening round.
First time they've won their district in quite some time. That pass up the middle, almost nearly intercepted by Rockwall.
Number 31, brings up 3rd down.
intended for Cameron Rose.
Interesting couple of plays there with Spring throwing the ball on 1st and 2nd down rather than eating up the clock like they did on that first series, first scoring drive that they had. And they took down 7 minutes and 19 seconds.
Neither offenses haven't been able to get going too well here in much of this second half of the second quarter. So Spencer takes it. It looks like he's got a first down, and he does. The chains will move. He takes it all the way up to the 29-yard line, it looks like. An 11-yard gain.
That was another one of those plays where it looked like Rockwall had him contained. He kept the legs moving, and the line kept moving in front of him and just churned out the yards.
A 3-wide receiver set, one of the backfield. It's a fake handoff. Spencer's going to throw it, and that pass is caught. He's going to get a first down. Let's see how much more he can get. Vaughn takes it to midfield, and he's going to be stopped right at the 50-yard line. He almost did not come away with it, but manages to scoop it up and corral it in and make the positive yardage. A 21-yard pickup.
Yeah, he picked that ball up right off the turf.
Face smash on the deacon. Number 36.
Tack on a personal foul.
First down.
So tack on another 15 yards to the end of that running play, or catch and run slant. Under 3 minutes remaining. The ball on the 35-yard line into Yellow Jacket territory. Spring trying to tack out some more points before the end of this half. It's going to be running play. Cutting it to the left side. Now going back up to the middle was Alex McRae. Good pickup on the play for the Lions running back. 7 yards on the carry.
We'll bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Ediwa on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. 2nd and 3. Spencer keeping himself. He'll go to the left side. He'll near the first down marker, but it looks like he's going to be short. About a yard shy.
Mark it at the 27. 3rd and 2.
Giving it to their defensive player that comes in and makes sure that he always plows his way forward.
That is Joseph Dorcius. His cousin plays for Memphis this season, and he had an older brother play for Spring that went on to play some college ball as well.
Good family bloodline here with football. He does pick up the first down, and that's what his job is. Shades of Perry get him all the way up to the 25-yard line. There's going to be pitched to the right side. Still on his feet, going to the outside, across now to the 10-yard line. He finally goes out of bounds. That was Cameron Rose for Spring on the carry.
Oh, he's spotted at the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lions.
Making every yard, every inch count on that one. Stops the clock at 1:18.
Well, Spring is certainly showing that they can run on this defense. They've done it with the wide receiver, the fullback, the quarterback.
To the left side now, dragged down from behind and not able He was looking for a horse collar. That was Donovan Lewis. But he's not going to get it.
That was Donovan Lewis on that run by the wide receiver end around.
James Taylor, the free safety senior, on the tackle.
Second down and 8.
Second down and 8. Spencer taking himself, and he will dive forward into the end zone. Spring adds on to their lead, a touchdown.
Well, we talked about how on this spread offense, the Lions throw the ball to everyone. They use everyone on the runs, and they just mix it up, and you don't know who's getting the ball from play to play.
In for the extra point. They have this one blocked again, the second time. Rockwall blocks the punt. The ball running loose in the end zone for a minute, and it will finally roll to the back of the end zone. So the extra point is no good, but Spring adds on another touchdown thanks to their quarterback. And they have a 19-7 lead with only 33 seconds left in this first half. We'll be right back here on TexanLive.com.
This is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ. This is the stop sign of Texas.
Texan Live is your new home for Houston High School sports. The road to the state continues tomorrow with a trio of games on TexanLive.com. In Waco, Atascocita takes on Rolett at 1 p.m. and then doubleheader from NRG Stadium as Lamar faces Dickinson at 2, and wrapping it up, A&M Consolidated squares off against Ridge Point at 5:30, only on TexanLive.com.
Well, Spring does it again. 10 plays, 82 yards, 3 minutes and 22 seconds, building a 12-point lead on Rockwall. As
another pooch kick, not a fair catch call this time, taking it a little bit in front of the 25-yard line. Rockwall want to get some yards on this one to the outside, knocked out of bounds about midfield. Impressive return.
Well, you know, Crawford displayed that shows in the passing, or in the, we talked about him averaging 19 yards a catch, and he's doing similar numbers when it comes to kickoff returns.
I was expecting a fair catch, but he makes much better decision on that one. A good field position, only 24 seconds is what they have to work with, as he'll have to throw the ball away, stopping the clock at 16 seconds. Reed could not find anybody downfield.
Well, they're going to have to, Rockwell's going to have to find an answer for this front four from Spring if they're going to get back in this ball game. These guys are quick, athletic, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Will Reed.
Second and 10. 16 seconds. Looking downfield, of course. Bascom, dropped about the 30-yard line. That one was intended for Cole Talley, who has 9 receptions and 217 yards this season. Could not come away with that one. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from midfield. 10 seconds now remaining in the half.
Addison Mahana on the coverage. And I think Talley heard footsteps on that play.
Probably thinking about what he was going to do with the ball before he actually caught the ball. Unfortunately for the Yellow Jackets, an incomplete pass will make it 3rd and 10.
Spring, their second.
Spring will take a timeout here with 10 seconds remaining in a 19-7 lead. We'll be right back here on TexanLive.com.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate, it's hassle-free.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
America's best-selling brand now offers friends and neighbors pricing to everyone on all Ford vehicles, but only for a limited time at your participating Texas Ford dealer.
10 seconds left here in the first half. On the 50-yard line, Rockwall faces a 3rd and 10. Here's the snap. All looking to throw. He's going to be hit as he's thrown, so that will go down as an incomplete pass. Almost sacked. Jalen Cooper putting the pressure on him. So 4th down, only 4 seconds remaining. You can almost guess they're just going to heave it downfield and hope for the best.
Well, they've got a couple of tall receivers that should be giving the secondary some.
Here's the pass. It's caught to the right side. Looking to lateral it. Now he's just going to have to keep it and rather prevent a turnover as he turned around, saw nothing but Lions. He'll go down, and that will do it for the end of this first half. Spring takes a 19-7 lead over Rockwall into the locker room. Halftime presented by Panera Bread. We'll see you for the second half here on TexanLive.com.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. Which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread. Live consciously. Eat deliciously.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas, and only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Back up here. It's a 30-minute halftime and nobody performed for 30 minutes to sit here. It'll be a long halftime. We brought our big blue umbrella.